Hey, Cub fans! Thanks for joining us today on Cubs 24/7, where Randy talks Cubs. We're going to talk Mark Leiter Jr. today. Mark is currently listed as the third reliever on our bullpen depth chart, and I think he's a very interesting piece that we have. Obviously, it's going to be very interesting to see how we use Mark moving forward, but I just thought we needed to kind of take a step back and have a look at Mark Leiter Jr.'s career to this point. It's been very interesting for him. Not easy, and very interesting. So we'll talk about what he did in 2023 and maybe how he did it. He's got an interesting pitch arsenal and some interesting splits, and we'll cover those at the end. But for now, let's just let's take the wild ride that was Mark Leiter Jr.'s experience in professional baseball. Mark is he'll be 33 years old in this 2024 season, and as most of us know, comes from a pitching family. His dad, Mark Sr., pitched in the big leagues, and his uncle Al. He also has a cousin Jack who was just drafted by the Rangers in 2021. So I mean, I can only imagine sitting around talking pitching with that family. So Mark Leiter Jr. grew up in it. He's from Toms River, New Jersey, and played college baseball in New Jersey at the New Jersey Institute of Technology, and played there from 2011 to 2013, 3 years. Went 15-9, had a 4.44 ERA in 44 games, threw 279 innings, and had a WHIP of 1.487. So Mark Leiter Jr.'s college career wasn't really all that great, but they still saw enough in him that he was drafted. So the Phillies took Mark in the 22nd round of the 2013 draft. And from there, he immediately made his pro debut in 2013. Started with the Gulf Coast League Phillies, their rookie ball team. But he was promoted twice during that 2013 season. He went from the rookie ball to the A-plus Clearwater Threshers and the single A Lakewood Blue Claws. And during that 2013 season, he pitched 44 innings, went 4-0, and had a 1.2 ERA. So his first year in pro ball was really good. Hit the ground running. In 2014, he pitched for Lakewood and Clearwater again. Didn't go as well. Mark went 9-12 with a 4.35 ERA in 27 starts. And also, he was a starting pitcher early on. And we'll see as we progress through his career, he starts to get more and more relieving outings, but starts early on as a pretty much 100% starter. In 2015, he started the season again with Clearwater, but then he also got kicked up to the Reading Fighting Phils, the Phillies' Double-A affiliate. In the 2015 season, Mark is 24 years old. He goes 8-7 with a 3.09 ERA in 27 games, and 21 of those were starts. Pretty decent season in 2015. In 2016, he returns to pitch for AAA Reading. He goes 23 games and has a 3.39 ERA, started 17 of those 23 games, went 6-3. Another pretty good season for Mark in 2016. In 2017, Mark started the season in AAA with the Lehigh Iron Pigs, the Lehigh Valley Iron Pigs. Is it just me, or just the names of minor league baseball teams are just so awesome? I just love it. I would love to have once played for the Iron Pigs. Mark's 26 years old in 2017. Starts with the Pigs. Got called up on April 18th. Made his debut 10 days later on April 28th. And in that season, we'll call it his rookie season, 2017, he goes 3-6 with a 4.96 ERA, had 84 Ks and 11 starts. So 27 appearances that year, 11 starts. So he's starting to split some duty a little bit. 2018, on September 1st, he clears waivers. They put him on the waiver list. The Blue Jays picked him up in 2018, activated him on September 3rd, and then designated him for assignment and assigned him to the AAA Buffalo team. So Phillies let him go, clears waivers, picked up by the Blue Jays, and next thing you know, he's assigned back to AAA. I guess that 4.96 ERA wasn't quite what they had in mind, so Mark goes ahead and gets sent down in 2018. In 2019, he missed the entire season with Tommy John surgery. So he's going to go 2019, 2020 and just have a rough go. So 28 years old, misses the entire season with Tommy John surgery. In 2020, of course, that's the COVID year, so he was assigned to a minor league contract with the Diamondbacks, never played, didn't play any, and then he was just released on May 22nd. He's 29 years old here, and getting released again. Coming off Tommy John surgery, hasn't pitched in 2 years. So in 2021, he signs a minor league contract with the Tigers. He pitched for their AA Erie Seawolves team, the Seawolves of Erie, and got promoted to their AAA club, the infamous Toledo Mud Hens. So in 2021, he's 30 years old. He makes a total of 25 appearances in AA and AAA, goes 10-8 with a 3.77 ERA. So he bounces back a little bit. Now the Cubs enter. In December of 21, the Cubs signed Mark to a minor league contract. He started the season in Iowa. Cubs called him up on April 16th. And he had 35 appearances for the Cubs in 2022. Went 2-7 with a 3.99 ERA in 67 2/3 innings. Sub 4 ERA. It wasn't bad. 2-7, 35 appearances. Not bad. But then in 2023, Mark's 32-year-old season, he finds it. He finds something. And I think that's the question mark that we have with Mark Leiter Jr. is he was really good in 2023. He was very important to us, and his history makes you wonder, well, what can we expect? And I don't really know, but he's got a pitch mix and some splits that are really interesting. So let's talk about Mark's 2023. Mark was designated for assignment in January, so his 2023 started with him getting DFA'd. He cleared waivers and was just sent outright to Iowa. But 4 days later, Mark rejected that and selected free agency. So now Mark's just going to test the free agent market. Well, on February 2nd, the Cubs re-signed him to a minor league contract. So that was early, first couple, 3 months of 2023. 32-year-old Mark Leiter Jr. still kind of looking for something, looking for just a chance. Well, he got his chance with the Cubs in 2023. Here's what he did. Mark pitched to a 3.50 ERA. He had 4 saves, pitched 64 1/3, struck out 77, walked 24. His whip was 1.119. His WAR was 1.0. His career WAR is 0.5. So his 2023. His numbers were better than his career averages across the board. And I'll show you those here in a second. So a 1.119 whip, just really good. His ERA was 4.57 ERA career average coming into the 2023 season, and he pitched to a 3.5. So he dropped his ERA from his career average a full point. His whip was 1.289 career whip, and he pitched to a 1.119. Something happened. I'm going to suggest it's a certain pitch that he got and a certain pitch mix that he decided to go with. But his 2023 was so much better than his career average, and he's 33 years old. So let's look at some of the advanced numbers. What are some of the things that really stand out? Well, His batting average against in 2023 was 206. He came in with a career of 239. His on-base percentage against in 2023 was a really good sub-3, 2.99. He came into the season with a career on-base percentage allowed of 429. I mean, just some dramatic improvements. Slug. In 2023, he gave up a 365 slug, career average 429. 23 OPS was 663, career was 749. Check this one out. His home run percentage in 2023 was 2.6. Career average was almost 4. Mark Leiter Jr. was a different pitcher in 2023 than he has been in his entire career. I just found it very interesting. So let's get into it. Well, let's look at his splits. I think what we found out is this. Mark Leiter Jr., right-hand pitcher, has a batting average against right-handers at 254. So right-handed hitters hit him well above league average. But Mark Leiter Jr. destroys lefties. Left-handed hitters only hit 185 against Mark in 2023. I just find all that very interesting. Concerning? I don't know. Is it concerning? It's confusing. Point being, what are we going to expect? What can we expect? Did Mark Leiter Jr. all of a sudden find something, at 33 years old, to be as effective as he was? And more importantly, is it something that he found that he can continue? So I thought it'd be interesting to just look at Mark Leiter's arsenal. What does Mark throw? Right? He's an interesting pitcher, gets lefties out at a level that you just don't see. So here's his arsenal. He's got a 4-pitch arsenal, and he actually throws his fastball the most. 36% of the time, Mark threw a fastball in 2023, and his fastball is a below average 91 mile an hour per hour average fastball. It's his run on that fastball is good. It's his velocity on his fastball is in the 13th percentile. So, from 1 to 100, you rank him at 13 in fastball velocity, but the run on his fastball is at a 54% above average percentile. So it's a 91 mile an hour fastball that has more run than it really should. So it's movement. The pitch that Mark uses to get lefties on is changeup. Mark has an 85 mile an hour changeup that he throws 34% of the time. So between his fastball and his changeup, that's about 70% of what he throws. But his changeup isn't slow. It's an 85 mile an hour changeup. In comparison, I just checked out Jordan Wicks. Jordan Wicks has that changeup that dives down and away to righties, right? Well, Mark Leiter's changeup dives down and away to lefties. So it's a very similar pitch. But Mark Leiter throws his at 85 miles an hour. Jordan throws his at 81 miles per hour. And the movement on Mark Leiter Jr.'s fastball, even though he throws it harder, has more run on it. He's in the 71st percentile run. So those two pitches, Mark's fastball and Mark's changeup, are just very interesting. His fastball has lower velocity, but more run. And his changeup at 84 still has well above average run on it. I don't know where that pitch was, 8-10 years ago for Mark, those two pitches. He's got a cutter. He throws his cutter 21% of the time, and that cutter averages 89 miles per hour. So just 2 miles an hour difference between his fastball with run and his cutter. And then he does have a curveball, 73 mile an hour Charlie. He only throws that 9% of the time. It's just a very interesting pitch mix, the way he uses it and the way he does it, how he gets hitters out. And you look at some of the other numbers, one that jumped out at me, he's got an 88 percentile of whiff rate. Guys swing and miss on him a lot with a fastball in the 13 percentile. It's just a very interesting mix of pitches that Mark Leiter Jr. has. And when I look at it, I'm like, well, he's 33 years old. He's not getting it done with velocity, and it's not really even command. He's got run on his fastball, run on his changeup. Maybe he can duplicate that. Because of the arsenal. I guess my thought would be he doesn't have to be all that fine with it. He doesn't have to have exceptional command on this outing in order to be successful, I don't think, because of this arsenal. So I guess I'm high on Mark Leiter. He's ranked third on the depth chart now, with some of the changes that are coming, some of the additions that we might expect. I think he's going to be a part of the bullpen. I don't think he's in the mix for any starts. I think he's definitely that. But, a lefty specialist to come in, middle innings. That was the other thing. Mark did really well in the seventh inning last year. When I looked at his splits, his seventh inning was by far his best inning. So not a ninth inning guy, I don't think. Pretty much more comfortable in the seventh inning. So that's kind of where I see him. Seventh inning, got some lefties you need out. Here comes Mark Leiter Jr., and I think he'll get it done. I'm optimistic. I like him. And I root for him because it's been such a long road for Mark, Comes from a family of pitchers, and everybody had all this success. And Mark he struggled. It was a long road. He didn't give up. And I'm hoping that he's made it. I'm hoping that he has a good season in 2024. He's worked hard. He deserves it. And I like his mix. I like what he brings. So, that's Mark Leiter Jr. Hope you enjoyed it. And thanks again for tuning in to Cubs 24/7, where Randy talks Cubs. And if you like it, do me a favor, hit that subscribe button. Get the word out. I'm looking forward to having a really good 2024 season. I'm going to do the series wrap-up shows. I'm going to do some game reactions when needed. And I'm really looking forward to it. In the meantime, be looking for more player profiles. I'm going to try to do a profile on everybody that could see time in 2024. So spread the word, tell your friends, tell your neighbors, and I appreciate it. In the meantime, go Cubs go.